YouTube, ¿qué es lo que, gente? You guys are all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my experience on how I broke my Leica QP when I was doing a family walk. A couple of months ago, my family and I, we decided to get away from the city because it was so hectic. The views at Pancharebo are amazing, and it's one with nature, basically. You know, there's a mini lake, there's a walk path where a lot of family with kids go and just have a great time. It's not something I regret. You know, it was a learning experience, obviously, because I ended up breaking the camera. But it's something that made me think like I should be taking better care of my gear. I dropped the camera, not once, not twice, but 3 times. The camera dropped. It was not because it was in my hand and then I dropped it. It was because I was using a bad camera strap. The camera strap that I was using, the ring, as you can see, is kind of faulty. It tends to, sometimes when if it keeps spinning, tends to come off. And therefore, once the ring comes off, the camera, because of its weight and gravity, it drops down right away. Usually I am able to catch it in time before it hits the floor. The camera dropped sideways and misaligned the bottom plate, so you weren't unable to take out the battery. So in order for me to take out the battery, I had to pop it open with my pocket knife. I was very concerned that I thought that somehow shifted the sensor inside, or I broke one of the elements of the lenses. Yeah, I was very concerned. You've seen videos of me promoting this camera because it's a great camera. It's a great point and shoot camera with a 28mm lens. This entire setup separately will cost you $10,000 to $11,000. You get the best of both, having the body and the lens together. Going back to the story, I dropped the camera, it hits the floor. My heart dropped because this is not something that you could fix easily here in Bulgaria. I did my research, I searched around. The Leica company, they have an office, but they don't have an office where they could just fix the camera. You would have to send it to the headquarters, which is in Germany. I was very concerned just because I thought that it was gonna get lost in the mail. You know, it got there in one piece. They emailed me back saying, we received your camera, we wanna start working on it. That response back and forth with the headquarters was very positive. When the camera got to the headquarters and they opened it up, the drop shifted the sensor a little bit, so they had to basically align it again. Asked them to clean the entire sensor, make sure that everything is clean. When they sent the camera back, they sent the camera back in this box, with another box as well, which is somewhere here in the house. But this box right here amazed me because I was not expecting this. You know, I thought they were gonna ship it to me back the same way I shipped it to them. Bubble wrap, and it's in the box. But this is like extra care. Like, I feel like when you open this box up, it's like a flower. Woof. And the camera is very taken care of. And for me to see this from the company, I really appreciate. I'm happy that I'm part of the ecosystem because it makes me feel like they care about my camera, they care about their business, they care about their reputation, reputation. Yeah, they care about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel taken care of, and that's very important as a customer because you want to have that customer experience 10 out of 10 all the time. I'm not sucking up to Leica, but I'm just letting you know my experience. I'm gonna give you some tips on how to avoid this issue at your end. I say that number one thing, if you're using one of these rope straps and the rope straps have a ring on it, make sure that the ring is tight, and it's tight, very tight, to the point where, let's say if you do a couple of circles, it's not gonna come off on its own. Like, it will require you to like put force into it for you to make sure that it comes off. Invest into your camera straps. You just don't buy your $5 camera strap, especially if you're using an expensive camera. If you're using whatever type of camera that you can replace easily, like a point and shoot disposable camera, then by all means, get your $5 camera strap. Some great camera straps as well, everybody knows about them, is Peak Design. Peak Design had the links, and I use it mostly for my A7R III. I also use it for the Mamiya. I also use it for the Pentax. But for some reason, I do not like the aesthetic that it gives the Leica QP. So this is why I ended up going for the rope. I did end up ordering 2 ropes, one for the Mamiya and one for the Leica QP. But yeah, man, obviously this is a gear, this is an equipment, but there's better ways, of course, of taking care of your gear. You could push your gear to the limit, to a point it breaks, but it should not be breaking by falling. It should be break by like you push it so hard when taking photos. Like there's a sense of gave up on you. So that's the type of pushing that I want to continue on my gear, not the dummy ones that it was caused because my lack of precaution, basically. Yeah, I hope you guys learned from my experience. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video, I greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you for coming back. I'll see you guys in the next one.